History is full of horrors, but few acts cross the line like this. These are the top 10 most extreme cases of cannibalism in history. Real stories of starvation, madness, ritual, and survival. Let's dive into the darkest corners of human history. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the Russian Famine Cannibals. After years of war and revolution, Russia was starving. A devastating drought and the collapse of agriculture led to the famine of 1921 to 1922, killing an estimated 5 million people. In villages along the Volga River, the unthinkable happened. Mothers ate their children. Families dug up fresh graves. Human meat was sold in markets disguised as pork. One report detailed a woman boiling her daughter's body. Another was caught selling pickled human livers. The Soviet government created an entire agency, the Anti-Cannibalism Committee. Posters warned, eating your fellow man is a crime against socialism. But when death is the only other option, morality disappears. Number 9 is the Donner Party. They were 87 pioneers headed to California, but they took a shortcut. Snow trapped them in the mountains during the brutal winter of 1846 in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California. With no food, they first ate bark, twigs, leather. Then they turned on the frozen corpses of their friends. One survivor said, "The flesh of the dead was the only sustenance. They wept as we ate." Only 48 survived. The rest became part of the most infamous American survival story ever told. At number 8, we've got a real curveball. Ratu Udre, Fiji's cannibal king. He wasn't just a cannibal, he was proud of it. Ratu Udre, a powerful chief in Fiji, is believed to have eaten over 800 people during his lifetime. He kept a stone for each victim, stacked near his home. War captives were butchered and cooked in earth ovens, sometimes while still alive. He claimed eating enemies gave him strength, even spiritual power. Lucky number 7? Not so much. At number 7 we have ritual cannibalism of the Aztecs. This one proves that history doesn't always play nice. The Aztec Empire was one of the most powerful civilizations in the Americas, but at the heart of their religion was a bloody obsession with sacrifice and flesh. Enemies were captured, sacrificed, and their bodies distributed like food. The elite ate the thighs and hearts, believing it pleased the gods and transferred strength. Spanish chroniclers describe piles of human bones, cooking pots full of limbs, and ceremonial cannibal feasts. To the Aztecs it was sacred, to outsiders it was hell wrapped in gold. Halfway to the top at number 6 is the Kuru epidemic in Papua New Guinea. The Fore tribe practiced funerary cannibalism, eating the dead to honor their spirits. But something horrifying spread, a disease called Kuru, or the laughing death. It caused trembling, seizures, and uncontrollable laughter, followed by a slow, painful death. It was traced back to prions, deadly proteins found in human brain tissue. By eating the dead, they had unleashed a neurological plague. Over 2,500 people died before the practice was outlawed. Today, Kuru is a chilling warning. Rituals can kill. Cracking into the top 5, we have Jamestown Cannibalism. The first successful English colony in America came at a terrible cost. During the starving time of 1609, food ran out. They ate horses, dogs, rats, even boots. And when those were gone, they turned to the dead. In 2012, archaeologists found the skull of a 14-year-old girl with clear marks of butchery. Her brain had been scooped out, her legs had been cut for roasting. The colony survived, but its foundations were built on bones and silence. Getting close to the top at number 4, the Siege of Ma'ara of December 1098. During the First Crusade, Christian knights captured the Syrian city of Ma'ara, but with no supplies and surrounded by enemies, hunger consumed them. Eyewitnesses wrote that the Crusaders roasted Muslim bodies and boiled children in cauldrons. One chronicler admitted, "In Ma'ara, our people cooked children and ate them. Religious war met starvation, and what resulted was pure savagery." The Crusaders marched on, leaving a butchered city behind. Now we're in the top 3. At number 3, the Andes flight disaster of October 13th, 1972. A plane carrying 45 people, mostly a Uruguayan rugby team, crashed in the Andes Mountains near the Argentina and Chile border. Freezing temperatures, no food, no rescue. For 72 days, survivors faced death. Eventually they made a pact. If I die, use my body. They cut frozen flesh with broken glass. They prayed before eating. And when rescue finally came, 16 had survived. They told the world it was not cannibalism, it was survival. So close to the top. The runner-up at number 2 is Armin Maiwei's The Rotenburg Cannibal. This wasn't about starvation, it was about fantasy. Armin Maiwei's posted online, looking for a man to be slaughtered and eaten. Shockingly, someone agreed. Bernd Brandes, a willing victim. They met, they filmed everything. They ate his genitals together as while he was still alive. Then Maiwei's killed him and ate the body over the next 10 months. He was arrested, sentenced to life in prison, and became a symbol of the internet's darkest depths. And finally, number 1, the Siege of Leningrad. Nazi forces surrounded the Soviet city of Leningrad for nearly 900 days during World War II. Winter temperatures dropped below -30 degrees Celsius. Food rations were just 125 grams of bread per day, made of sawdust and glue. People ate wallpaper, paste, leather, pet cats, and their own dead. Over 2,000 people were arrested for cannibalism. Some mothers killed their children. One survivor recalled, "We didn't ask where the meat came from anymore. Over 1 million people died." It was not a city, it was a frozen graveyard, soaked in blood, hunger, and silence. Cannibalism is the ultimate taboo, a line that most of us could never imagine crossing. Yet history shows that under the right or wrong conditions, ordinary people can become something unimaginable. It wasn't always evil. Sometimes it was survival, sometimes it was belief, and sometimes it was pure horror. Which story disturbed you the most? Drop a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe for more disturbing truths from history's darkest corners. We've only scratched the surface.